Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Don Mink along with Pat Patterson, Ben Hoyt, and Joe Ruck, bringing you Garnet Valley football versus Harriton. We will be listening to the band play the national anthem. And we will be underway shortly. Garnet Valley won the toss and deferred till the second half. So Harriton will be kicking left to right across the your screen. When Harriton takes the field, you will see that their numbers are almost impossible to detect. We're going to do the best we can to give you identify players, but
for those of you at home, the numbers you can read belong to Garnet Valley. The numbers you can't belong to Harriton.
Garnet Valley is in its white uniforms with garnet numbers. Harriton is in gray uniforms with like
black
numbers, and they're
little
just
red trim.
Yeah, almost impossible. Almost impossible to read.
So Jags coming off a real stress test of a game against Marple Newtown. Showed a lot of character hanging in there with the team, and Marple really hung in very tough, and their quarterback Paoletti and receivers Dulgarian and Mathis kept them in the ball game all the way along. Jags showed some character coming out, and now they need to keep the streak alive and continue their work against Harriton tonight.
Jason Rose puts it deep to the 5. The return comes out to just short of the 30-yard line, where Harriton will put it in play. Garnet Valley is now 7-0, along with Springfield, the only two undefeated teams in the Central, and they'll square off against each other next weekend, homecoming weekend, at Garnet Valley. The quarterback is Jack Rosenfeld, number 1. I saw the stats from their game last week, and the team rushed for 50 yards. Rosenfeld rushed for 39 of those. So, and he carried the ball 16 times to get those 39 yards. Man in motion. Looks to throw, throwing deep, and incomplete. In coverage was Kevin Doherty. Pass was intended to number 15, Marshall.
Marquis Marshall.
We only know that because the PA announcer told us.
6'3", 162 pounds. He's a senior. Definitely would win the jump ball against Doherty. He's 6'3", Doherty's 5'10", and they're locked up man-to-man here on the outside.
Ball goes off the left tackle.
It's a little Garnet Valley-ish looking.
Yeah, pickup of about 5.
Oops. Yeah, sorry about that. Midline option play there. This is what Garnet Valley's offense looked like about 10 years ago with the fullback in the 2 slots. They do a little quick motion, and that guy becomes the pitch back. Or
in that case, it was Jack Torbeck. 3rd and 5 for Harriton. Motion. Fake. Keeps it himself. Does Rosenfeld, but he's short of the first down, short of the 35.
Yeah.
Needed to get to about the 37.
Nice job by number 10, Jason Rose, coming up from his safety position to close that one down. Got chased from around the end, got tripped up, and Rose came up very quickly and very strong to make sure that first down the line to gain was not reached.
Doherty and Guy are deep to receive this punt. Ian Sullivan will punt, number 22. The punt is low, a low line drive. Danny Guy takes it and falls down at the 39-yard line.
Doherty coming around, I think, at least to work it out. Jags looked like they were trying to set up a wall, but Guy down, but in at the 39, pretty good field position for the Jags' first series.
Last week, Garnet Valley ran the ball 64 times for 338 yards. Lassick carried it 30 times for 180 himself, and Guy 18 times for 81. They each scored a TD, as well as Pallas. Pallas is the quarterback to start. It's Austin Patton on the carry, and he picks up about 4. Looks like Colin Robinson is starting, along with Austin Patton.
So a Digway in there, and George Wiesendanger, how do you pronounce his name? Is for Jake Early out another week here from that guard spot. Wiesendanger and a Digway.
Patton takes it straight ahead off left tackle. Wiesendanger was the lead blocker. 5'10", 242 pounds.
Yeah.
Good guy to follow.
Yeah, right. I'd follow him.
Garnet Valley, as we said, is 7-0. Harriton is 1-6. 3rd and less than a yard. Colin Robinson gets the first down out over midfield. Harriton has won their first game over Valley Forge Military Academy 35-7, but have since fallen on hard times. They are 0-6 in the next 6 games, and I think the closest was a 35-point loss. Austin Patton picks up yardage down to the 20-yard line.
Busts out. 35-yard gain for Patton, right off the left-hand side of the Jaguar offensive line with
a Digway and
Wiesendanger, a Digway, and Mahoney. He's got the boring name of the bunch. And McCullough on the other side, number 72, the baby of the group, at 240.
Good pitch to Austin Patton. He's
Great
got a blocker
block.
downfield, and he gets to the 5. That was a 15-yard run. Pallas ran the option very well and gave a late pitch to Patton for the
that was
first down.
That was very well done, hanging on to that ball until the second defender committed and Patton really had the corner, and also a great block, great sustained block from number 28, Rory Glacken, leading the play from his split end position.
Ball's at the 4. No, it's Colin Robinson. May have picked up a yard.
Carried by number 23, Colin Robinson.
Anybody that follows Garnet Valley knows they're not an aerial assault team, and those split ends can toil in relative anonymity out there, but these guys are out there for a reason. You can tell they do some great blocking downfield and help these guys finish plays. Oh.
Ball is fumbled.
Couple
of Harriton players are running off as if they've recovered.
They did.
And indeed they have. So Garnet Valley moves the ball from their own 30 to the to inside the Harriton 5, but a fumble and a recovery by Harriton turns the ball over. Rosenfeld will take over again at quarterback. He's 6'1", 203. The two running backs typically are Nick Tevis and Jack Turbeck.
Jaguar defense out there. George Vo in there tonight. Looks like Cole D'Annunzio at one of the tackles, along with Griffin Salas. Oh.
Runner loses a couple yards back toward the goal line.
Stringing it out. Yep, Jason Rose up there again, making the play. Number 97 is Daniel Laird in there. Of course, the linebackers, Zach Schenkel and Moriarty, Mark Moriarty. Zeke Alessio, one of the outside backers. And who's on that other side tonight? Oh, that's Bradley, right? Danny Bradley?
Yes, Danny Bradley. Garnet Valley's linebackers are jumping around as well as the linemen. Here comes Moriarty.
Oh,
the ball's fumbled into the end zone, and it's a safety.
Yeah, I guess you got to cover that up. Yeah, something worse could have happened if Garnet Valley recovered that. So he did the wise thing, covered it up, take the 2 points.
Garnet Valley has two safeties 2 weeks in a row. They had a safety last week against Marple Newtown, and now tonight.
Yeah. The NFL game last week was 3-2 at halftime,
yes.
or something. I think it was the Thursday night game not last night. Last night was exciting.
That was a good game last night. Kept me up past my bedtime, Pat.
Yeah, you and me both.
Last week, Garnet Valley scored on a safety and a Jason Rose field goal, and turns out to be the differential in the game, 34-31. He punted once, and that one punt pinned Marple back, where the and subsequent play there was a safety.
Yeah, and at that point, the Marple quarterback had lost all mobility with an ankle injury that he really soldiered through.
Guy and Doherty stand at the 30. It's a low kick taken by Austin Patton right at midfield. He gets to the 40, 35-yard line of Harriton. Garnet Valley will put it in play.
Jags will try this again.
Kickoff recovered by number 45, Austin Patton. Tackle by number...
Offensive line, yeah, sorry.
5 minutes and 49 seconds to play in the first quarter. Garnet Valley leads 2-0.
Garnet Valley takes over.
Offensive line picking up where they left off the last few weeks, just taking care of business and controlling the line of scrimmage in that first drive, only being turned away by an error. So let's see if they can get back at it here.
Palace under center. Hands off to Colin Robinson, who gets to the outside, 20, 15. They're marking him at the 17. Just running behind a Digway.
Number 23, Colin Robinson.
Digway and Wiesengardner.
Wiesengardner.
Results in a 19-yard gain and a Garnet
These guys are
19-yard gain by Austin Patton.
They just moved McCullough over to guard with a Digway.
Patton to the 15. Pickup of 2.
That handoff was to number 45, Austin Patton. Met by a slew of Harriton Rams on the defensive line. That results in a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8 for Garnet Valley on the Rams' 15-yard line.
Going with 2 tight ends. Number 78 in there now is James Woods. Fine actor. And offensive lineman. Oof.
Palace has problems with the snap, but he retrieves it enough to get down inside the 5. Garnet Valley put their arms up as if it was a touchdown, but they're placing it at the 1.
Oh, and he gets up a little shaken up there on the play. Palace.
Quarterback keeper by number 6.
And he's hurt.
Cole Palace.
He goes down.
Yep.
We're going to see Ryan Hamby.
Injury timeout on the field.
He got tackled a little awkwardly there, and I actually hope that's nothing too serious there. Like a lower leg issue. So Jags knocking on the door again. Here we'll, while they attend to Cole Palace, we'll thank all of our sponsors throughout the course of the year. Folks like the Hendrickson brothers from Garnet Ford and Garnet Volkswagen. Always the great support we get from the Concordville Inn and their staff and ownership.
David Dodge.
David Dodge, David Kelleher, and the David Dodge family. The Boeing
Brendan
Union.
Bedell.
Brendan Bedell from from there, and
Bedell Collision.
Bedell Collision. BJ Mayer from Primetime Limo. All these folks really helping us get these things off the ground and out to you.
And of course, Joseph Anthony.
Yes, a sponsor of
touchdowns.
Touchdowns for Garnet Valley this year, and that's been quite a few. So we hope to. Jaguars obviously hoping to run up his tab a little more, and Palace looks much better.
He walks.
Leaving the field
he walks
now.
off, but gingerly.
Yeah, but I mean, when he was decided he needed to sit down, he was really couldn't put any weight on that. He got up and walked off with a little less of a limp. So hopefully that's good news.
Ryan Hamby will come in at quarterback. And the running backs have been Austin Patton and Colin Robinson thus far. And that is the case here. The ball's at the 1. Hamby is snowed under at about the 2. Looks like it was a miscommunication on that play. He spun as if he was expecting somebody to come and take a handoff, and running back was looking for a pitch out.
Brings up a 2nd and goal for Garnet Valley.
2nd and goal. They're saying still the 1. And Austin Patton is into the end zone for a Garnet Valley touchdown. Joseph Anthony. What is the name of it?
Joseph Anthony's Retreat Spa and Salon in Glen Mills and Springfield locations. They do it all.
Another $100 for Garnet Valley Sports for that touchdown. Jason Rose will kick. Ball is snapped high. Jack Bush was into to hold and was unable to get it. The ball was snapped high, so it's 8-0.
Jags regular deep snapper Jake Morin out, I think, with concussion protocol.
Correct. Yep.
From a couple weeks ago, still not cleared to play, and Tommy Mahoney going back to picking up those duties. Let one get away there a little bit.
Speaking of Jake Morin, I'm going to say hello to Grampy Morin in Maine, who follows all of the games.
Yep.
Len Rickey, Mike's dad, who attends the home games but doesn't get to the away games. He said he will be watching and listening this evening. Jason Rose hits it deep again to the 5. 15, 20, 25, and brought down at the 25-yard line. I suspect that Jerry Montel will be watching or listening tonight. He took a weekend off from Garnet Valley football tonight.
Put in his leave slip at the end of last week's game and said he wouldn't be making it tonight.
And Garnet Valley leads 8-0 with 3:42 left to play in the first quarter. Ball's handed off straight ahead for no gain.
This offense that Harriton's running is something that the Garnet Valley defense just practices against all preseason long. Very different formations, but basically the same core plays that that Garnet Valley runs in their triple option scheme.
Drew Mayers made that tackle from the middle linebacker spot. Rosenfeld under center and in motion. Looks like penalty motion against Harriton. So Harriton will have a 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16 for Harriton on their own 19-yard line.
Ball at the Harriton 19. Couple big games tonight. Springfield versus Marple Newtown in the Central. The results of which will be highly dependent on whether or not Anthony Paoletti is able to play for Marple Newtown. And there's a penalty called by the back judge. Delay of game. They're going in the wrong direction.
Elsewhere in the Central League, Haverford and Radnor are playing tonight. Of course, that big one that Don just mentioned, Springfield at Marple. And we got Conestoga at Pencrest. That'll actually be a good game.
Rosenfeld throws a pass.
Nick Westberg.
Westberg was the closest man to it.
Upper Darby's at Strathaven tonight.
Unionville plays Downingtown East, I believe. A couple of good teams.
Yeah, Unionville. I don't think they were expecting to be as strong as they are this year. They're at Downingtown East, and they're trailing right now, 14-7 in the first quarter.
Downingtown East plays Coatesville next week. Rosenfeld looking to throw, being harassed and knocked down at the 10-yard line. Again, Drew Mayers makes the tackle.
Jags just 3 deep here with Westberg and Doherty and Jason Rose playing center field. Just good coverage there. That's give a lot of credit to the defensive backfield at Garnet Valley for that.
4th and 26. Punter is almost. Ian Sullivan is almost on the back line of the end zone. Doherty and Guy are at the Harriton 40 for this punt. Guy takes it at the 38, fakes the handoff, and gets a wall on the other side. And the wall is holding up. Oh, they're calling it a block in the back.
There wasn't a block in the back.
And it wasn't. It was not.
They're going to call it a defenseless defender.
Danny Guy.
It was real.
There are flags everywhere. There are 4 flags on the field.
I don't know why that's against the rule. I mean, it was a big block,
good, yeah.
and the defender wasn't expecting it, but
yeah, he didn't see it coming, but
yeah.
it wasn't in the back.
No. Three of them are out there, so I don't think they're going to win this one. They all saw something. 4 flags.
Holding against Garnet Valley.
That's declined.
Declined. Personal foul?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're calling there.
The first one blocked in the black is declined. The second one, a personal foul, is accepted.
So I guess that was the defenseless player.
Yeah, I mean, unless they missed something.
There's nothing else to see.
A personal foul, yeah, I mean, that's got to be a... So that touchdown comes back.
Yes.
But Jags still with decent field position at the 45.
Garnet Valley takes over its own 45. Hamby hands off to Austin Patton, who charges ahead for about 5 yards.
Number 45, Austin Patton. Signed by number 1, Jack Rosenfeld. Play results in a 5-yard gain. And a 2nd and 5 for Garnet Valley at midfield.
Rosenfeld, the quarterback, made the tackle. He plays linebacker on defense. 30 seconds in the first quarter. And Patton just goes off left tackle for another 7 yards. First down. The ball's at the Harriton 44-yard line. Garnet Valley may or may not get this play off before the first quarter expires. They did. Back to throw. Incomplete. Down the sideline. Ball intended for Adam Aldrati.
Was it?
Number
Colin
27.
Robinson was out there on the wheel route there. Or he lined up out wide.
So we'll flip end sides of the field.
Yep.
And Garnet Valley will be at the 43-yard line of Harriton, leading Harriton 8-0.
Pretty quick quarter there, and grand scheme of things, neither team really airing this out. Garnet Valley with a much longer time of possession. And 8-point lead to show for it.
I want to say hello to Jim Litwa, who watches and listens almost every week. And has since we started.
I know Ryan Shomo's uncle, Brian Shomo, watching and listening from the Pittsburgh area. Brother Dave up in Norwood, unless he's in Middletown right now, waiting for the recent history anyway.
That was a 28-yard gain on that pass and completion. Hamby to Robinson. Robinson and Austin Patton in the backfield. And Robinson takes it inside the 10 to about the 7. Just underway in the second quarter. Robinson picked up 9. It's 2nd and 1. Pitch out to Robinson, and he gets upended. He may have picked up the first down.
See where the spot, it looks like a pretty good spot for the Jags. Yep.
First down. Will be 1st and goal at the 6.
Clock runs with 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first half.
Robinson gets very little off the left side this time.
Nice penetration by the Harriton defensive line. They were right in Garnet Valley's business there.
Jack Torbeck makes that tackle. 2nd and goal at the 6. Lassick and Guy have not played from scrimmage tonight. And a touchdown pass to Jonathan Rickey. A 6-yard touchdown pass, Ryan Hamby to Jonathan Rickey.
John Ricci.
I will inform the PA announcer here shortly. Rose to attempt the extra point.
Really,
and the kick is up and good.
And that
Garnet Valley leads 15-0.
9:57 left to go in the half, and that touchdown also brought to you by Joseph Anthony Retreat Spa and Salon in Springfield and Glen Mills. We say a special international hello to Kevin Craig, who's in Costa Rica watching this game. Kevin just saw him. Their Garnet Valley alum, Benny Biaco, just got engaged last week. And I think the other Biaco is, maybe that's why he's down there, he's a first mate on a fishing charter.
Line drive kick. I'm sorry, Pat. Into the end zone. Touchback.
Just
Welcome
the most
the
interesting
20.
story ever. It's all false because I don't know the details, but I think it was on a fishing boat that was owned by one of these country stars, Chet Aiken or something like that. So as the Jags regroup on defense. Looks like they got a few extra guys in there again. Number 99, Jeremy Lauer. Number 77, Hayden McDowell. In there on the defensive line. Number 63 is Griffin Salas, of course.
Pitch out, goes wide, and still does not succeed at loss of yardage. Zeke Alicio makes the tackle.
Rosenfeld drops back to pass, hassled a little bit, escapes, and gets back just across the original line of scrimmage, picks up about 5 yards on that play, but makes it 3rd and about 7 for the Harriton Rams here. 8:50 remaining in the half, and clock is running.
Rosenfeld throws a screen, and right on the play is
Danny Bradley.
Danny Bradley. That screen results in about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah. Play just read very well by the Garnet Valley defense. The line, of course, penetrated, but Danny Bradley stayed home and sniffed that out completely and came up, made a big hit for the loss.
Ian Sullivan to punt. Doherty and Guy are deep for Garnet Valley at the 45-yard line of Harriton, but the ball is kicked out of bounds. They're placing it at the 41. 7:33 left in the half. Garnet Valley leads 15-0. Ryan Hamby is at quarterback. If you were not with us at the start, Cole Palace went down with an injury and eventually walked off, but Hamby has been in ever since. Austin Patton and Colin Robinson are the running backs. Pitch to Robinson. He gets to the outside. 5 yards, 10 yards, about 15-yard gain.
He expertly broke the tackle of his wide receiver.
Rory Glackham was out there blocking.
Robinson actually had to dip his shoulder and run right into Glackin, and then was able to pick up another handful of yards there.
Two wide receivers to this side. Hamby back to throw. He dips under, throws it outside to Patton. Patton
Nice catch.
Catches it low, and he is into the end zone.
Wow.
2 touchdown passes for Garnet Valley tonight.
Where's Jerry Montella now with his what was his over under for tonight's game on the passes, let alone passing touchdowns? Just a nice swing pass out to Patton, who actually made a great play on the ball. Made a pretty difficult catch there, and then took it in. Was just pure desire getting in.
Jason Rose to attempt the extra point, and the kick is good. Garnet Valley leads 22-0.
With 7 minutes to go in the half. That touchdown also brought to you by Joseph Anthony Retreat Spa and Salon. Racking up the $100 donations. We appreciate that all very much. Checking in, Downingtown East still leading Unionville 14-7. See any other interesting? Springfield must have scored and missed an extra point. They're up 6-0 over Marple in the first quarter. Haverford and Radnor tied at 0.
Jason Rose to kick. Taken at the 5. To the 20. To about the 25. Looks like Danny Bradley on the tackle. So Harriton takes over at its own 25, trailing Garnet Valley 22-0. Nick Westberg, Jason Rose, and Kevin Doherty are the deep men for Garnet Valley on defense. Harriton calls time.
Take this opportunity here. We had a member of the extended Garnet Valley football family pass away. Kevin Hassett's mother passed away, and you all know, anybody that knows Garnet Valley knows Kevin Hassett and what he means to this program and all that. Very sad news. Earlier in the week, he lost his mom, but he wanted us to send a special thank you out to the entire Garnet Valley family for all the prayers and support sent his way, and especially the football team. The entire football team actually showed up at the viewing last night, and very happy and impressed that happened. And
Rosenfeld throws it deep. Oh, and it was almost picked off by Nick Westberg. He looked like the intended receiver.
Yeah. But we wish you all the best, Kevin, and our thoughts and prayers are with you as well.
Broken up by number 1, Nick Westberg. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Rams on their own 25-yard line.
2nd and 10 for Harriton at their own 25. Garnet Valley leads 22-0. Westberg in coverage here. Wide receiver wide.
Oh.
Running play. Loses yards.
Swallowed up very quickly by, I think that's Griffin Salas. That was right in the backfield.
It's a loss of about 5. It's 3rd and 15.
That play resulted in a 5-yard loss. We have a 3rd and 15 for the Rams on their own 20-yard line.
Appreciate the assistance of Ben Hoyt tonight on the controls. Joe Ruck on the camera. Pat Patterson and I doing the game for you.
This means Joe Rook is now the senior producer, and we have
Senior producer, yeah.
associate producer, Ben Hoyt.
Keeper by number 1, Jack Rosenfeld. Tackle by number 99, Jeremy Lauer. Play was a 5-yard gain, bringing a 4th and 10 for the Rams. On their
Ben's an 8th grader, and he could be doing this job for a number of years.
Yeah,
Valley, number 3, Kevin Doherty, and number 7, Danny Guy.
a bright future.
Ian Sullivan will punt. Danny Guy and Kevin Doherty stand at the Garnet Valley 45. Harriton has to call time. I don't think they had enough players. They did not.
By Harriton, their second timeout of the first half, 1 remaining.
Continue the shout-out parade, and reminded I can't forget Tracy Craig in the Kevin Craig shout-out. Not only do they have a new engagement in the family, but they have a new addition. Brandon Biaco just had a baby. That's the one that's in Costa Rica, I guess, on the fishing boat.
Yes.
But makes Tracy a grandmom now. Just got a text from Goody Marcuson. He's in an airplane headed to Providence.
It's a line drive punt. Danny Guy takes it, hands off to
Oh.
Doherty. Oh, he doesn't hand off to Doherty. The ball is fumbled and recovered by Harriton at the 40-yard line of Garnet Valley.
Number 7, Danny Guy with the muff punt.
So it's the second lost fumble of the night
Yeah.
for Garnet Valley. And Harriton takes over in good field position at the Garnet Valley 41-yard line.
They're setting up another wall for Doherty on the far side, and the idea was to obviously hand that ball off to him, and just too many dark gray jerseys around to do anything but hang on to that and secure possession.
The exchange went awry.
Yes.
Rosenfeld making some calls. Rosenfeld keeps it himself and is dragged down from behind. Not just dragged down, hit down from behind.
Number 99, Jeremy Lauer,
Rosenfeld with the keeper, tackled by number 99, Jeremy Lauer.
playing on that
No gain, bring up a
defensive end position, and
the Garnet Valley 41.
did what he's supposed to do. He got as deep as the football, and he just kept closing down the play, and caught right up to the quarterback and made a nice play.
Ryan Williams is in at linebacker. We'll try to keep you up to date, informed on just who's on the field. Pitch out to this side. Pickup of about 3 or 4. Tackle made by number 64, George Vo.
42, Max Coakley. Tackled by number 64, George Vo. Play results in a 5-yard gain.
Nick Gabos is now in the game at cornerback on this side, and Brandon DiCamillo is the cornerback on the other side.
And Ryan Williams in at linebacker.
Zeke Alicio at linebacker. Pitch out. And a first down for Harriton inside the Garnet Valley 30.
Actually, well executed by Jack Rosenfeld there.
Results in a 7-yard gain.
Giving Garnet Valley a little taste of their own medicine, having a good pitch and good corner. Yeah, it's a good series there. Harriton with a first down.
At the Garnet Valley 29. Ball's loose. Looks like Harriton recovered at about their own 30, or at the Garnet Valley 31-yard line. Loss of 2, but they retained possession of the ball.
Handoff is fumbled, forced by number 64, George Bowe. Recovered by Harriton, but the play results in a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 for the Rams on the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Rosenfeld under center. Looks to throw. Slight roll. The ball is incomplete. Brandon DiCamillo in coverage. Marquis Marshall was the intended receiver. 3rd and 13. 2:11 left to go in the half. Garnet Valley leads 22-0.
Ball came out of there with a lot of zip. Just off target.
Motion against Harriton. Take them back 5 more yards. It'll be 3rd and 18.
Yeah, that double slot option formation calls for a lot of short motion, and you got to be very disciplined to get on that.
So 3rd and 18. Rosenfeld back to throw, and he's being hit and knocked down. Outside the 40-yard line at about the 43.
Snowed under.
Mike Fleming, number 36.
Ryan Williams
Or
in there.
Ryan Williams, 56.
56 and 36.
A fair catch at the 20. So Garnet Valley will try to score again here before halftime with 1:53 left to play in the half.
Unionville closing the gap on Downingtown. It's both teams scored again, but it's 21-14.
Hamby at quarterback. He's back to throw. Throwing deep.
Oh, nice catch.
Kevin Doherty over his shoulder catch.
And he's going.
And it's gone. Touchdown.
Wow.
An 81-yard touchdown pass. Hamby to Doherty.
3 touchdown passes in the first half.
Opponents see those stats in the paper over the weekend, they'll say, nah, that couldn't have been Garnet Valley.
That didn't happen. So the Jags switching it up a little bit tonight, and great. I mean, that last touchdown was I guess both pretty good, pretty well thrown balls, but Patton making a good play on one, and Doherty.
That was a nice
outstretched
over the shoulder catch.
Over the shoulder fingertip catch.
Jack Bush to hold. Jason Rose to kick, and it's good. Garnet Valley leads 29-0.
29-0, and another touchdown sponsored by Joseph Anthony Retreat Spa and Salon, Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, and Springfield, Pennsylvania. Locations to serve you. Wedding parties, just relaxation, daycations, staycations, massage therapy. They do it all. But we're seeing the other dimension of Garnet Valley football tonight.
I won't believe it. I'm seeing it, and I won't believe the stats on the Delaware County Delco Times on Sunday. Garnet Valley did what? 3 touchdown passes.
3 passes is enough to make you question. 3 touchdown passes, you're like incredulous.
Jason Rose hits it down at the 10. And up the sideline, being knocked out of bounds. Shamad Spruill. Truth be told, we're not reading these Harriton players' numbers. We're listening to what the PA announcer says to give you their names. Because as you're watching, you cannot see the Harriton numbers.
That Springfield Marple game in the second quarter now. Springfield up 13-3 on Marple.
2 wide receivers to this side. Rosenfeld back to pass, rolls this way. Rolling, throws underneath, caught. Out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Zeke Alicio in coverage. Number 3, Shamad Spruill made that catch. And the ball's at the 43-yard line of Harriton. 1:28 left to go in the half. Garnet Valley deferred, so they will be getting possession of the ball to start the second half. Motion against Harriton. I think that has to be 4 motion penalties at least.
Keep jumping.
Jeremy Lauer comes back in. Ryan Williams at linebacker. Danny Bradley at linebacker. Drew Mayers at linebacker. Motion again. Whew.
Dead ball foul, false start on Harriton. 5-yard penalty. Player will bring up a 1st and 20 for the Rams on their own 33-yard line.
Garnet Valley so far has totals of 190 yards for Garnet Valley and a -6, -5 for Harriton. They have 1 first down. .271 yards now that there's an update. It's 271 yards now for Garnet Valley with that 81-yard touchdown pass to -2 for Harriton. Hamby is 4 for 5 in passing for 141 yards and 3 TDs.
Wow.
Play results in a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 13 for the Rams on their own 40-yard line.
Nice.
Those stats, compliments of Dave Hoyt. Thank you, Dave Hoyt. Rolling. Rosenfeld looks to throw. He throws a little dump-off pass. And the Harriton player does not get out of bounds. And the clock continues to run, causing Harriton to call a timeout. Shamad Spruill makes the catch. 8-yard gain. Third and 4 for Harriton, but they used their last timeout. 20 seconds left to go in the half. Garnet Valley 29-0 over Harriton. We might get into this a little more at in the second half, but Garnet Valley presently is the #1 seed for the 6A playoffs. Still 3 games to be played, of course, by all teams that are in the hunt. Downingtown East being the number 2 seed, and they're down to Unionville right now. But Garnet Valley will get little or no points for winning. If they win against Harriton, the Springfield game will be the big point possibility for Garnet Valley. Rosenfeld looks to throw, throws it deep, and it's picked off by number 15, Brandon DiCamillo. He's coming up this sideline, and he's brought down at the 40. 7 seconds left in the half.
Is then returned back to the Jaguars' 39-yard line. Or Garnet Valley will take over, 1st and 10.
Hamby under center and just takes a knee.
Quarterback number 11, Ryan Hamby, takes a knee.
Garnet Valley is the #1 seed right now. Downingtown East is 2nd. Neshaminy is 3, and Pennsbury is 4, and North Penn is 5. So that's 3 teams from Suburban 1 who will likely be playing each other down the stretch.
Yep, and
Quakertown's at number 8, and they're playing a big game tonight. And Coatesville and Downingtown East have yet to play, and that's next week. So a lot of things can happen, but Garnet Valley is in good stead at #1 for now.
so that last TD pass from Hamby to Doherty was what,
81 yards.
81 yards? Okay, so that's that one. You know, we joked about the little swing pass being the longest touchdown in Garnet Valley history. That one 9 yards shy of the record, which is held by Coach Eric Van Wyk and Timmy Kaiser 10 years ago, 2007. Against Great Valley. They hooked up for a 90-yard touchdown.
We are at halftime. Garnet Valley leads 29-0. Garnet Valley Band is coming on the field.
And Joe Rook happy hour halftime show is
Joe is
coming
wearing
your
all the
way.
hats tonight. He was just our cameraman for the first half, and now he's trying to bring you the Joe Ruck production halftime show.
We'll get that to you as soon as it's available, but we'll be back when the action comes line again.
Garnet Valley playing a home game against Marple Newtown. Marple Newtown received and got things started. Nice kick return down past the 45-yard line to the 46. Ended up setting up a field goal. So Marple Newtown gets points up on the board early on Garnet Valley, giving them a 3-0 lead. Fake Danny Guy. And there you go, Matt Lassick inside the 20. Garnet Valley's first drive of the game. Few plays in, they break away with a big run. Garnet Valley gets back on the board quick after Hamby, who's returning from his injury, pitches it out to Guy, giving Garnet Valley the 7-3 lead over Marple Newtown. Very next drive, Marple Newtown quarterback has a great arm, and he showed it this game. Receiver almost bobbled the ball loose on the run, gets down inside our 20-yard line. So Marple Newtown looking to come back following Garnet Valley. And quarterback has a wide open receiver, puts them up 3, 10-7. Garnet Valley looks to answer. So we have points on the first 3 drives of the game. Garnet Valley completes a pass. And Garnet Valley is going to put some points up, making the score 10-10. Both 4 drives into the game, 4 possessions with scores. And Marple Newtown, few plays later, running back breaks free. No Garnet Valley player has a chance to catch him. He's so fast, and he's in, making the score 17-10. So high-paced, high offensive game, and Garnet Valley needs to keep scoring. Hamby goes breaking a few tackles, making things happen. Few plays later, hand the ball off. Lassick refuses to go down, still on his feet, tying the score at 17. So here Marple is now. Garnet Valley is tied up at 17. Quarterback throws it deep. The cornerback nowhere to be found. So walk into the end zone for the receiver, putting Marple Newtown up 24-7 over Garnet Valley. So here we are, Marple deep in their territory. The ball is out and Garnet Valley recovers it. So we have a high offense game. Garnet Valley is yet to be stopped, so here they are looking to make something happen, and Matt Lassick gets stripped. So back-to-back fumbles. Back-to-back possessions with fumbles, I should say. So now here Marple is, and Garnet Valley gets him down in the end zone for a safety. 24-19. Garnet Valley still trails, but this could be a big break. So Marple was forced to punt to them following the safety, and now Palace is in the game. They decide to pull Hamby. So Palace breaks a few tackles and sets up this Garnet Valley pass. John Rickey with the diving, two-handed spectacular catch. Garnet Valley did go for the 2-point conversion. Completed it, making it 27-24. Garnet Valley is on top. And the cornerbacks of Garnet Valley having no success stopping the passing game for Marple Newtown. The quarterback was throwing all over them. Yet to be stopped. The running back will drive the pile. He gets in for a touchdown, putting Marple up 4, getting late in the game. 31-27, Marple is up. So Garnet Valley goes around the corner, and Van Horn's back was to the receiver as Doherty was coming around the edge. A costly mistake. Doherty could have broke free on that play. Instead, Garnet Valley, Cole Palace has to take it in for himself a few plays later. Puts Garnet Valley up 34-31, and this would end up being the final score of the game. Garnet Valley yet to lose this year, and they look to keep all that going forward with what should be easy win against Haverford. Garnet Valley playing a home game.
rocking a new hitty, get up. First shot, first up, walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, y'all can't copy up. Bad moonwalking. This here is our party. A posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko with my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with them back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country.
I know who you came here to see. If you a freak, then you come over me. And I know what you came here to do. Now bust it open, let me see you get loose. It's going down for real. It's going down for real.
Now we
Now
are.
we are. Now we're live. Welcome back. Second half is about to start. Garnet Valley leads 29-0 over Harriton. Garnet Valley will be receiving the second half kickoff.
Jags get the ball. If they're able to score on their first possession, it would take us up to the magic number of 35, which is the
Mercy
triggers the running clock for the second half.
Again, Garnet Valley will receive. Deep for Garnet Valley.
Kicking off for the Rams, number 43, Evan Hochbinder. Back to receive for Garnet Valley.
Ooh, that Downingtown East Unionville game is field goal separating them right now.
Ball is bobbled, picked up at the 20 and out just short of the 30-yard line.
Kickoff fielded by number 8, Greg Reynolds.
Greg Reynolds or
6 on the tackle, Benny Tishart.
Cole Citarelli. We have two number 8s.
Yeah, looks like number 8 Reynolds is the running back and Citarelli is a wide receiver, so that doesn't help much on the who's back for kickoffs. Wow.
Ryan Hamby under center. Back to throw, and he's knocked down from behind at the 20. A loss of about 8 yards on the play.
Number 11, Ryan Hamby.
I got to think the Paoletti injury may have lingered a little into the next week, or else Springfield is really that good. Looking at a second quarter score with Springfield up 27-3 on Marple.
Patton gets out over the 25. It will be third down at about 13.
Handed off to number 45, Austin Patton. Tackled by number 4, Harry Thomas.
Harry Thomas, number 4 on the tackle.
It results in a 4-yard gain. We have a 3rd and 13 for the Jaguars on their own 25-yard line.
Patton is the lone setback. Wide receivers split top and bottom. Long pass, intercepted, nice interception. Extension at the top of his jump. And there's a penalty on the play, block in the back. Jeremy Lauer was in pursuit and he got knocked down from behind. But a nice interception. And the ball will be
Pass by number 11, Ryan Hamley, is picked off by number 3, Shamad Spurriel.
Shamad Spruill is the fellow that intercepted.
On the return, there is a penalty.
And as a result of the penalty, the ball will be placed at the Garnet Valley 40.
The Rams,
First and 10.
After the interception, they will take over possession and start 1st and 10 on the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
Somewhat for the thoughts of Garnet Valley getting up.
After the first possession.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to go to the
Jack
air.
Rosenfeld, the throw. Down the sideline. Caught. Nice catch.
Yeah.
No, they're saying he was out of bounds. Nope. Caught, and then it went out of bounds.
Number 1, Jack Roosevelt pass complete for 17 yards. And another Harriton Ram.
Pencrest
First down.
leading Conestoga 13-0 at the half. Springfield up 27-3. Saw that.
Rosenfeld pitches.
Oh, where are you going to go?
Running back is trapped back to the 35-yard line.
The last tackler got a hand up too high there. They're going to call face mask on Garnet Valley, and that'll negate a very good play by the defense.
So Garnet Valley will get a penalty, 15 yards marched off against them from the spot of the foul. The spot of the foul is about the 35, so it'll be placed down at the 20.
Penalties against the Garnet Valley. It was a personal foul, face mask, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. The result of 1st and 5 for the Rams. The Garnet Valley 19.
Rosenfeld keeps it himself. About 6 Garnet Valley players are in on the tackle,
Number 1, Jack Roosevelt,
including
keeps it.
Danny Laird.
Taken by number 2, Andrew Mayers. Play results in a 2-yard
Andrew Mayers as well.
2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Garnet Valley 17-yard line.
Ball's at the Garnet Valley 17. Wide receivers to each side. Rosenfeld under center. Keeps it himself and gets the first down, it would appear. Just kept it off his own left tackle.
So the quarterback keep by number 1, Jack Roosevelt, tackled by number 56, Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams on the tackle. The ball's at the Garnet Valley
First down.
13-yard line.
8:45 to go in this third quarter.
To their credit, Harriton is, keeping their heads up and playing hard. Rosenfeld being tracked down from behind and knocked out of bounds.
Number 1, Jack Roosevelt keeps it.
Zeke Alicio.
By number 21, Zeke Alicio.
Made that play another time. That's running that option, kind of stringing it out down there, and the play does not move very fast, so the quarterback's getting caught from the backside consistently there.
Yeah, it's not exactly student body left or right.
Yeah, he's being patient, looking for his next read, but it's giving the backside of the Garnet Valley defense plenty of time to catch up.
Ball's at the 17 now. 2nd and 13. Rosenfeld, the throw. Ball's high, incomplete. In coverage was Mike Malik.
Mike Malik, 5'7", 145.
Falls incomplete. Rams 3rd and 13 for the Rams on the Garnet Valley 17-yard line.
3rd and 13 at the Garnet Valley 17.
Going to look for Marky Marshall in the corner of the end zone. Try to go up top to him. Is he out there? He's on this side. the short side of the field with one-on-one coverage.
Rosenfeld rolls the other way, throws across his body.
Ooh.
Once again, Malik in coverage, right at the goal line, incomplete.
Think they'll go for it?
It will be fourth down at the 17, 4th and 13.
For number 8, Nicholas Gombera falls incomplete. Bring up a 4th and 13 for the Rams.
Be a 35-yard field goal if they were to attempt it, but just some personnel changes and they'll go for this.
3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Rosenfeld rolls left. Looks to throw, incomplete. The ball was thrown low. And Garnet Valley will take over at its own 17-yard line.
Yeah, just a design rollout those last 2 plays. Throwing on the run kind of across the body for Rosenfeld. Tough to be accurate if you can't square those shoulders up.
Yeah, you're just just throwing with your arm.
Yeah.
Max Bruette is a flanker. Nice run up the middle. Oh, and the ball's loose, but
He's down.
he was down. And it was Colin Robinson on the carry.
Carried by number 23.
Big hole off the left side.
Yeah, that was the split play that so the second guy threw, taking that one, defense committing to the dive back and goes for a big gain.
Quick throw to the outside, incomplete.
Get on it.
Saying it was incomplete, not a backward pass. Ball intended for Kevin Doherty, thrown high.
Pass intended for number 3, Kevin Doherty, falls incomplete. 3rd and 2 for Garnet Valley on their own 25-yard line.
Ball's handed off straight ahead to Austin Patton. He may or may not have.
Yeah, not much there.
They're saying first down.
Austin Patton, tackled by number 5, Jack Torbeck.
Torbeck on the cap, on the tackle.
Garnet Valley first down.
Just ran behind 72 Kyle McCullough and S.O. Adigwe, number 73, picked up that first down. 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. Colin Robinson out over the 35 to about the 37.
Colin Robinson, tackled by number 5, Jack Torbeck. It results in an 8-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 2 for Garnet Valley on their own 37-yard line.
Second and 2.
Look out.
Gets it off. Ryan Hamby gets it off, and it's a long yards after catch.
Yak.
Ball's up over midfield to about the 47-yard line.
Number 45, Austin Patton, for a 16-yard gain.
I think I just
Tackled by number 71, Nate Wilkins. First and 10 for Garnet Valley on the Rams' 47-yard line.
First and 10 for Garnet Valley at the Harriton 47. Sprinting out to the sideline here.
Who had the ball?
Number 43. Number 43, Sean Snyder. Picks up a yard.
Hand up to number 45, Austin Patton, tackled by number 4, Harry Thomas. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for Garnet Valley on the Rams' 45-yard line.
Another pickup by number 43. That's Sean Snyder. Brings up a 3rd and 4.
Sean Snyder, a senior, 5'9", 195.
Ball's at the 41-yard line of Harriton. Garnet Valley leads 29-0. Austin Patton, short of the first down. Oh no, it's not Patton. It's one of our number 8s. Neither.
That'll be the running back.
Number 9, Damian Zapp.
Okay.
Fourth and 1 for Garnet Valley at the 38-yard line of Harriton.
Clock running with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Harriton jumps off sides. Garnet Valley has been successful at that a lot in short yardage situations, getting the opponent to jump off sides.
Well, because they very rarely, if ever, go on a staggered count normally. But you know, when that happens, you oftentimes get your own guys to go.
Yes.
And they've been very disciplined in that respect.
Looks like another jump from Harriton. Tackle on the left side of the Harriton line. 1st and 5 at the 28. Garnet Valley leads 29-0 with 3:25 left to play in the 3rd. Once again, Sean Snyder picks up the 1st down.
Jags now got Matthew Shearer in at the guard.
Strong to the right side. Pitch out. Zapp gets inside the 10.
Another 1st down.
1st down.
1st and goal. Jags mixing in some players here with some of the starters still in the game, Mahoney and McCullough, Digway.
Ball's just inside the 10, so it's
52.
1st and goal. Zapp inside the 5 to about the 4.
Gain, 2nd and goal for Garnet Valley.
2nd and goal at the 4. 1:50 left to go in the 3rd. Sean Snyder into the end zone.
Number 43, Sean Snyder, is in for the touchdown.
It's now 35-0. So the mercy rule will take effect. The clock will not stop except for timeouts.
Timeouts and something else.
Bryce Stansfield to kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Plenty of leg on that one, too.
Kick by number 10, Jason Rose, is up and good. with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Garnet Valley 36, Harriton 0.
Bryce Stansfield has been accurate on 7 for 7 extra points thus far this year.
And that touchdown brought to you by Joseph Anthony. Retreat Spawn's Salon.
It was number 42, Bryce Stansfield, with the extra point.
So 6 of those tonight? 5 of those? 6. No, 5.
Bryce Stansfield will kick off. So with 1:40 left in the third, the 35-point mercy rule goes into effect. And we'll see the game speed up a little bit. He pooches one down to about the 20, takes a high hop at the 20, and the returner is stopped at the 20. Ball comes loose, but it's been ruled that he was down. Shane O'Donoghue on the tackle.
Oh, wow. Getting in on special teams.
Shane's a 6'2", 160-pound wide receiver and DB. And a Carson Wentz lookalike.
Yeah. Along with his other brothers.
Yes.
Shane, we did the first O'Donoghue name we've heard called on the loudspeaker for years, since his father Kevin played, but I don't think he ever made a tackle, so he probably didn't. But his brothers John and Joe played back in the early years at Garnet Valley, and probably either here at the game or watching. Proud uncles seeing Shane get in the game.
There's a Harriton player down right at the 20. I think it's the fellow that returned the kickoff.
Very quiet stadium, not a whole lot to cheer about for one thing, but then when someone goes down like this, it sends a little hush over the crowd. You just hope he gets up and walks off by himself here.
Garnet Valley's fellows are all down on one knee, waiting for the Harriton player to get up and hopefully get up and come to the sideline. 1:32 remaining in the third quarter. Garnet Valley leads 36-0.
Looking ahead to next week, he does pop up. That's good. Walks off on his own. The way things look, there will be 2 undefeated teams meeting next week. Looks like Springfield has got the Marple Newtown game under control over there, and Garnet Valley homecoming next week.
Yes, it is. There will be the whole Hall of Fame,
Hall of Fame week as well. Yeah.
Next Thursday night, the banquet.
Yep. We'll be in attendance for that. You going?
Yes, I am.
All right.
We'll be there.
And Friday night, football and a fireworks show after the game.
Rosenfeld gets to the outside. Oh, and he's dragged down from behind. Nice tackle by Drew Mayers. Brought down at the 25. Looked like he had more daylight.
Just needs another step of speed there, and he would be tearing some of those off a little longer.
Rosenfeld under center. Rolls left. Looks for a passing lane. Doesn't get it, but he gets
Nice.
through about 3 tacklers, would-be tacklers, and makes the first down.
Tackled out of bounds by number 36, Michael Fleming. Play results in a 7-yard gain and another Harriton Rams. First down.
Michael Fleming, number 36, on the tackle. 6'3", 200-pound senior.
Timeout. Or no, they're just the quarter will wind down.
The horn ends the third quarter, and Garnet Valley leads 36-0.
Garnet Valley taking care of business tonight. Never in doubt from the get-go. And Harriton threatening once or twice on some field position that they acquired with turnovers, but never really threatening to get into the end zone. Check out some of these other scores again. The team that Harriton beat the first week of the season, Valley Forge Military Academy, came away with a narrow victory against Lower Moreland this afternoon, 16-15. Archbishop Wood in the Catholic league is all over Archbishop Carroll, 42-0. At Unionville, Downingtown East scored Downingtown East up 24-21. That was at halftime. Coatesville, the number 5 ranked team, but probably the team to look out for.
Yeah, how can they, I saw that, and how can they only be the number 5 ranked team? They must have a loss early in the season.
They put, I guess, Downingtown and LaSalle and St. Joe's, typically, that's a PA prep, so. But
once again, a loss of yardage on a running play.
Harriton's drumline giving the fans something to cheer about down here. Oh,
Rosenfeld brought down again.
oh, he's a little slow getting up.
He seems to be injured.
That's number 81 on that play, Evan Rivnak.
Coatesville lost to Cumberland Valley early in the season, 21-14. Thanks to Ben Hoyt for that information.
Matt Dowdard in, and it looks like Jags with 4 deep in the secondary. Shane O'Donohue is playing one of the safeties here.
Long pass.
Turn around.
Caught. No, they're saying he did not catch it. Long arching pass. Marquis Marshall was the intended.
Just out of bounds there because the Garnet Valley defender was turned around and never really looked back at the ball. So Marquis Marshall, who's 6'3", going up and just stealing that ball, but he was out of bounds.
So 4th down. Harriton will punt again. We'll try to get you the numbers on the punt receivers. Ball is short. Fair catch is made
By one of those guys.
by one of the number 8s, Cole Citarelli or
Greg
Greg Reynolds.
We'll call him Reynolds Citarelli.
Garnet Valley takes over at its own 48. 8 minutes and 44 seconds, and the clock runs.
Number 2, Ryan Gallagher in the game, sophomore quarterback.
Ball's handed off underneath, refusing to go down.
Yeah, tough run.
I think that was Zapp. Yes, number 9, Damian Zapp. He picks up 5.
Some other linemen getting some action in there now. Number 70, at right tackle, Joseph Marone, a junior, 6'4", 270. He's in a guard, excuse me.
Sean Snyder off right tackle, picks up about 15.
And that right tackle is Nick Van Horn, 5'7", 180. Yes, that Van Horn family, one of the cousins that have been through this program.
So this is basically the JV team on the field for the Garnet Valley right now.
Matt Shearer in there as well, 6'1", 260.
Connor Hale is a flanker. Good run by Zapp again.
Hello. Sure, you did actually done. Okay, yeah, done. Okay, we'll do it. Number 18, Connor Hale on the outside there after that gain by the Jags, but he's playing in the split end position. He is a senior. Where did I just lost him? He's senior, 159, 6', 159. He's the honorary captain tonight for the Jags, and getting out there, he's one of these guys that just gives his all every day at practice, day in and day out. And it's
Sean
nice.
Snyder. Sorry, Pat.
No, just say as Sean Snyder picks up another first down to see these guys. I really respect that program that they have where these guys earn their way into being a captain for the week, and Hale definitely in that position tonight and doing a great job all year and gets to play under the lights tonight. So good for him. Congratulations.
Sean Snyder seeing some playing time here and doing quite well.
Yeah.
2nd and 8, a pickup of 2.
He's a senior. Getting some action, and the clock runs. It's 4:40 left in this game.
Also, Upper Darby up 14-7 over Strathaven.
movement from Garnet Valley.
Flag on the play. Dead ball, false start, 5-yard penalty. Into the 2nd and 13 for Garnet Valley on the Rams' 25-yard line.
So they march off the 5 yards.
Lions are up 13-0 for Conestoga Pioneers.
So Garnet Valley, undefeated Garnet Valley, will be playing undefeated Springfield next week at homecoming. Should be quite a game, quite a treat. Ryan Gallagher cuts it upfield, picks up about 8.
Gallagher, 5'10", 145, sophomore. Probably loving the fact that he's running behind that very large offensive line for Garnet Valley. I mean, we
Number 9, Damian Zapp, runs in for a 15-yard touchdown.
They do that. That's all right. They do that just to see if you're paying attention.
nice job. That touchdown also brought to you by
Just to see if you're paying attention.
Joseph Anthony Retreat Salon and Spa.
Oh.
These extra players, we got some tough standards here.
The
Bryce Stansfield to kick the extra point, attempt the extra point. Jack Bush will hold. A late add-on to the Garnet Valley line. Kick is up and good. Garnet Valley leads 43-0.
yeah, so that
Bryce Stansfield, his second extra point of the night.
touchdown. Damian Zapp, also a senior, 5'10", 165, getting in the end zone. And we were just talking about him, but Connor Hale lined up at split end there, and that option play, as we say all the time, relies very heavily on those split ends doing some blocking. Honorary captain Connor Hale out leading that play and getting his teammate Zapp into the end zone for Garnet Valley's 42nd point. And 43 added for good measure by Bryce Stansfield.
And Joseph Anthony has to kick up and cough up another
Another
$100.
hunch. Players in the Harriton line dancing to the Adams family.
Bryce
or the,
Stansfield hits
Munsters
it
theme.
straight away, taking it to 15. First contact by Shane O'Donohue. That's twice he's made the initial hit on kicks.
He's a madman. Evan Rivnak comes in to clean it up after O'Donohue chases him back a couple yards, and Rivnak just ripped him to the ground. The clock continues to run, now moving under 3 minutes left to go in this game.
And Harriton takes over at its own 20.
On this week here at Harriton, JV field hockey team and varsity field hockey team on Monday, October 16th, we're playing Chichester at home.
Matt Daughtert at one cornerback. Cameron Strickland at safety. Shane O'Donohue, liner backer. Quarterback is in trouble. He throws it away. Incomplete. Threw it at the feet of his intended receiver.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Actually did a good job getting rid of that football. He was nowhere to go. And lucky to have a receiver in the area.
Number 44, Evan Fenster, is in at linebacker.
Also on Tuesday,
Looks like Brian West at the end. Bobby Bayless, tackle.
Max Bruett in the middle. Brendan Boyce on the tackle.
Boyce,
Not to be confused with Adam Oldrati.
who's also number 27. Rosenfeld on the carry. Ball's at the 26. 3rd and 4. Ball's pitched. Oh, and a slew of tacklers.
A host of Garnet Valley defenders.
Have your phone? Ten seconds and rolling. Garnet Valley will win 43-0 here at Harriton.
Last play.
Jack Rosenfeld throws it up.
Ooh,
Caught.
nice catch. Oh,
Knocked out of bounds at midfield. But that will conclude the game. Our thanks to our staff, our massive staff. Ben Hoyt on production.
thanks, Ben. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, Ben.
Joe Rook working
Joe
the
Ruck
camera
working
tonight.
the camera. Thank you. And Pat Patterson and Don Mink.
Jerry Montella supervising from home.
Yes.
Thanks. Hope we made you proud.
He'll give us a critique next week.
So yeah, I mean, that, all things staying the same tonight, barring any miracles over at Marple. We're going to have another showdown, another game of the week, and probably a game of the season, as the Jags will host on homecoming night the only other undefeated team in the Central League. Springfield Cougars will be in town.
Who have had a strong season.
Very good season. They have a very talented group of skill players and a very staunch and stingy defense. So we're look forward to a big game. Hope any of these injuries that either team suffered tonight or turn out to be less serious than they can be, and we'll be back with you again. Excited for next week already.
Next Friday, homecoming.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.